So my cousin's birthday was in early April, and I've been trying to find out what I'm gonna make for her birthday. Obviously, it's very late, but I'm trying to make up to it. Hopefully, she'll forgive me. So I was trying to find some inspiration, and I went on Etsy and to see what design I could possibly digitize or get some inspiration to see what I can do to put on a nice hoodie for her. So here, I just typed in Aries, which is her sign, and I found this really nice design that I really like that I think will go great on that sweater. So very quickly, all I had to do was do a little screenshot of the design that I wanted. So once I was in Chroma, I imported it, and this is what I got. I put it to scale to make sure it was the size that I wanted. And in this case, it's gonna be a 9x9. I think that's gonna be really nice on the hoodie. I'm gonna put it on the front, it's gonna look awesome. So in order to digitize it, I'm gonna do some special fill on the complex to make it look really nice. So in this case, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use the steel tool and just make this outline right here. And we're gonna get what looks like this, super easy. Just take your steel tool and then just click on it, outline it, and you're good to go. Now, for the Aries, what I did is I took my complex fill and I outlined the complex fill little by little, went around everything until I got my complex fill. So now that I have the Aries done, I'm gonna put a pattern on top of it, which is gonna look like this. So in order to do this, what you have to do is you're gonna click on that part, the Aries part, right click and duplicate it, or actually I copied and then I right click and paste. Once I do that, it's gonna give me a different fill. Once I have that fill, I can then go to my menu here and convert the fill type to a grid. On my grid pattern, I can change the stitch length from 2 to 3 and also change the density to make the grid a little bit wider or or thinner. And in this case, when I click on there, I actually made the density 7 and the stitch length 2. So now I get this nice little grid. Also, because I didn't want the grid to be just kind of going horizontally, I changed the direction of the grid so that it's a nice 45-degree angle to make it look real nice. So from here, it was just a matter of creating a border around it. So if you right click on the complex fill, create border, it'll do that white border. And then it was just a matter of doing the lines, the circles, and the letters. So for the letters, you can just do your text tool and you organize it in circle. So if I go to my text tool, you can make sure that it's in the circle mode. On the text in circle, you type what you want, put circle, and it'll do this. And then I created another one on the bottom of the circle for the bottom letters. They don't have to match exactly. Again, I was just using this for some inspiration. And for the stars and the goat, that was just a small complex fill. Just take your time outlining it and then make the stars. Super easy. So that's it. So now let's go put this on a sweater. Remember how I'm always telling you guys to test? Well, this is why. We always want to make a test, make sure that the design comes out right. And also, I'm also going to use this to help me place the image on the sweater, or at least center it in the hoop. Now, I was going to hoop this on the table, but then I remembered I've got the HoopMaster hooping station by Mighty Hoop. We do have a video to it, and we're gonna leave a link to it in the card above and in the description below. I want you to go check it out. It's a super versatile tool, and these things here are the attachments for your bigger size hoops. The Mighty Hoop Station comes with a left chest logo attachment that helps you make it, helps you make shirts consistently. But with these, you can use your big hoops to also make things consistent, and it helps out so easy. So there is a bottom portion right here. It's got these 2 little screws. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna place the bottom piece, and right here I'm just kind of guessing where I want it to be. I can always make adjustments, but if this is my hoop, it's gonna rest right about here, and I think this is about where my hoodie is gonna rest. So I'm just gonna tighten these down. And the beauty about this system is that you can use any size hoop. This is for big hoops, small hoops, little hoops. As long as the bottom fits in here, which all the Mighty Hoops have that, you can use any one of them. And for the top, we're gonna use these 2 little things to slide them over the shoulder and lift this up so it goes right here. And then we're just gonna tighten it down to secure it. That's it. Actually, let me go a little bit lower. It didn't engage on the top. So you see, we can just make some modifications. I'm gonna take it down a notch, like Emeril Lagasse would say.
There we go. And you don't have to tighten it all the way in, just enough to hold it down. And so that when this flats down, the magnet makes contact. So now that I've made that adjustment, that's perfect. And now it'll let me secure the top part. So you see, that's it. Now, we're gonna take our backing, our stabilizer. I'm just using a 1 layer of 3-ounce stabilizer, and it just clips right in. Make sure you put the hoop on the bottom first. And because of these little ridges, the hoop the backing stays nice and tight on it. And just like this. So now, all I have to do is take my shirt or my hoodie and just drape it over here like if I was dressing it up. Look at that. Perfect. So this helps you with big items. I could tell I'm in the center because I'm looking at the crease right here. I'm making sure that the shoulders are nice and even. Okay. I'm gonna make sure that the bottom is also centered. And this is my little mock-up piece, so it's gonna go right about there. So this is the edge of my hoop here. This is the bottom of the hoop. And I want it to be right in the center. So since this is about how I want it, here's the bottom of the hoop, top of the hoop. Let's find the middle. So I'm gonna fold this in half. And with my chalk marker, I'm just gonna draw a little line across. And then I'm gonna fold this in half this way. And then I'm gonna draw another line across like this. And so now I know right where my center is. And right there, it looks great. Now this will just you can just shake it right off and it's fine. Okay, so I am gonna put the sewing arm through here. You could do it through the belly, but I have less material up here. So the sewing arm is gonna come here, so make sure that the U is facing this way. And now it's just a matter of taking your hoop and letting it fall in place. And the garment is hooped. So now I just lift it up and we're ready to put it in the machine. And if you look inside, you'll notice that everything grabbed, the stabilizer is perfectly placed. It's nice and taut and we're ready to go. It can't get any easier. The HoopMaster Pro, you can find it at shop.ricoma.com. And if you don't have these attachments, you can find it there as well. There are 2 great hooping systems that work with the Mighty Hoops and any universal hoop that you may have gotten with your machine. All right, so now we're ready to put in the machine. Before I do though, since I was running test, I think I'm low on bobbin. So I just happen to have one in my pocket right here. And I'm gonna change that first. Anytime I do a new design on on the actual garment, I always start with the fresh bobbin. The last thing I wanna do is change bobbin mid-run. So I know that this will take about a whole bobbin. So I'm gonna start with a nice fresh one. The design's already there because obviously we already ran the tests. And I'm gonna put this right through to make sure that there are no obstructions. Always do the little test and feel. Snaps in. I always like to take my hand and make sure that everything is unobstructed, that the hoop or the hoodie didn't fold under itself. And we're gonna do a design trace. And there's my center, it was right on. And that's exactly where it's going. It's avoiding all the hoop. Everything is great. That's why I gotta test people. And look at this. If I press this down, it's like almost right in the middle. So all I need to do is just make a minor adjustment that way and a little bit this way, and I am good to go. But I'm gonna trace nevertheless, one more time, just to make sure that those little millimeters that I moved didn't hurt it. Trace thrice before you embroider. All right, we're good to go. All right, let the party begin. She's all done. Let's check it out. Man, that looks really nice. So for the fill, in order to make it look like faux applique, you can use different type of grids, patterns. In Chroma, you can have grids, patterns, plaid. There's a bunch of different fills that you can add to it to make it look really nice. And you can also change the angle and the amount of colors that you want. So there's a bunch of stuff you can do. But I think this came out really nice. So let's unhoop it. Man, these mighty hoops are pretty awesome. They make you work so nice. So the only thing left is just to cut out the backing from the inside, but otherwise, let's check it out. Look. Looks great. It was nice and centered on the shirt, right where I wanted it. It's gonna be great. She's gonna wear it. It's gonna look just like this. What do you think? All right, go make you guys some sweatshirts. And if you haven't done so already, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you stay up to date with our latest content. See you guys on the next video.